A salary is the drug they give you when they want you to forget about your dreams, because it's very easy to stay in that world where somebody is mitigating your risk. You just have to perform certain tasks, do them well for a third of your day, and they will feed you a salary.
The episode of Being Africa Live right here on Discover Music Channel by Playman Saturday. And today we are talking about the post-production of Bahamas Carnival, the good, the bad, the ugly, and the what we need to change. My name is Africa Live. You know, I have my co-host in the building, DJ Trill, what it is? All right. We also have Dahlia from Bahamas Carnival Guide in the building. Dahlia.
Hi, Africa. Thanks for having me.
We have Dario Torelli from representing Bahamas Carnival Band Association.
Hi, thank you for the invite.
All right. Dante from Vie Promotions.
Hey, Africa, how you doing? Thanks for having me.
And of course, back with us is CEO from CO Entertainment as we talk about the post-production of Bahamas Carnival.
Thank you, Albert. Thank you for having me again.
All right. So we're going to delve into this conversation. First and foremost, I want to say congratulations on pulling off 2024. I know that it was a challenging year and there were a lot of obstacles in the way, but we were able to pull it off. And the people that participated enjoyed themselves at most of the events, right?
Agreed.
Let's talk about, right? Dahlia, you had an interesting. While you are not a part of Bahamas Carnival officially, you were able to deliver information about Bahamas Carnival and Bahamas Carnival activities. Tell me some of the experiences that you had when interacting and engaging with customers coming into the Bahamas.
So I think customers were really looking for a kind of a one-stop shop to get information about Bahamas Carnival, which was the goal, right? As a past visitor to the Bahamas myself, as a past participant of Bahamas Carnival, I also wanted that. And so I thought, you know what, why not create it for people, having that unique perspective of knowing what it is that I need when I come to the Bahamas. And so I had a lot of positive feedback, a lot of appreciative people, because I provided not just information about the events and the mass bands, but also transportation, which is a big one here for visitors, and a few other resources. And people were able to message me directly and ask me questions. So I think it was great. I'm looking forward to seeing where this will go for me.
Now, Dante, you have the premium all-inclusive day party on Bahamas Carnival Friday. What were some of the challenges that you experienced this year, and how did it differ from the previous years?
Our biggest challenge this year would have been the launching of dates literally at the 9th hour. That was really the biggest challenge we had this year. From inception to now, the event has always been very successful and very well executed. But we would like the lead time, because it's not an event it's not very affordable. Being a premium all-inclusive event is going to start somewhere around the $100 range, more or less, every year. But, you know, we try to partner, we try to bundle, we try to give early bird prices, we try to do that. But giving an early bird price when you just got dates maybe 80, 90 days before is very, very challenging. And you have a huge element of Carnival is going to always be the road. But I think we get lost in the fact that the fetes make up the Carnival experience as well. Those are things that create memorable experiences, fetes, events, and those things. So the lead time was very, very problematic. Also, if you wanted to source something or bring things in, because of the lead time being so short, that was really our biggest challenge. And, you know, not having the buy-in, to be very honest with you, the buy-in of the government officials and the ministries as needed, who can give that marketing stretch to all of the background and all of the persons on the outside, all of the stakeholders up and down the Eastern Seaboard. it was really challenging in that regard, but the event executed very well, and we did a great job in that regard.
CEO, the same thing. So CEO does the Friday evening, which was Bahamas Carnival Friday evening event called Hello Moving Cooler. And again, the same question that I posed to Dante, what were some of the challenges and how did it differ from last year?
Yeah, basically, to piggyback of what Dante is basically the same thing for me. It's just the dates. We normally you could go to other carnivals and you could see that they have dates posted for the next 3 years. I think without the date, you basically can't do nothing. Your hands are tied. If you don't know when something like this is gonna happen, where people actually prepare a whole year before to come to, your hands are tied. You can't do nothing. You just are sitting there waiting on a date. And then also, for us who actually used to do Carnival, before Carnival actually was launched in the Bahamas in 2015, we have friends that who wants to attend, but they can't because they always asking us, when the date? We don't know. We don't know. They just can hang around. I think that's where we lose a lot of people who really wants to come to the Bahamas for Carnival. Of course, we know after coming off the pandemic, we struggle a lot because, again, I think last year the date must have come out 6 weeks before, which is insane and terrible. This year was a little bit, it was just a little bit better, but still terrible for what we're trying to do. So the numbers overall for Carnival was extremely down. And we saw that through the fets and even on the road. So I think, like Dante said, we really need to get together and figure out when the dates are gonna be, so we could actually market together. Everybody can market together and get people coming back to our shows.
Now, Trill, you attended Bahamas Carnival for the first time. You're also a sound engineer for Miami Carnival and various festivals in Miami. Tell me what your experience was for the first time attending a Bahamas Carnival and having attended carnivals all over the world.
That's a good question. For me, it was okay. It was just some of the sound systems wasn't there to my expectation because of my ear. But all I can say is tiring. Tiring. You laughing? That ain't funny.
It was tiring. It was tiring. That's what it's supposed to be, right, guys? It's supposed to be tiring. You're supposed to be so tired. You're supposed to be so drunk till you're tired.
2 weeks to rest.
So we did our job. We did our job collectively. Now, Torelli, as a representative for Bahamas Carnival Band Association, you heard the challenges that the promoters and the people that are on the front line, the CMRs are on the front line having with clients. How do you address and rectify that so that 2025 and beyond doesn't fall short in expectations?
Well, I share the same sentiments. We have still as band owners rep. Carnival starts and ends with the road parade, and the promoters with the all-inclusive product, the concert and all that helps create, like Dante say, a total experience. There are some people that go to Carnival, don't go on the road, but enjoy a week of activity. So we have failed. Honestly, I could say we had a failure in management from the beginning of last year. We thought we had solved that. We did the same thing again, and it was literally an infight to get things going. But we already started the post analysis. We'll meet on Thursday, and we will fix a date. There's a debate going on now. I think the debate will start again on Thursday, so we can finalize the date, and then within 2 weeks' time, we'll make a public press conference, hopefully with the Ministry of Tourism, to solve that problem. So that date problem will be solved from Thursday. I already met with the Ministry of Tourism about 4 weeks ago, and they gave their commitment for 2024 on the back end, if they could come in, and then definitely 2025 when we launch. And so you could rest assured, you will start seeing fixed date moving forward. You'll start seeing joint events collectively with all of you guys participating in some dialogue, some seminar, some discussion on how to take this product to a further degree of having one of the best product in the region. As an experienced reveler, experienced carnivalist from 1997, it was literally embarrassing on the road on what we did compared to what we did in 2019. Literally, we were hoping to go better, big and better than from last year. We actually went down this year, and so that's one of the priorities of us on Thursday when we meet. We'll fix the date, we'll make a public announcement, and then we'll have an event that include every person that want to get involved in Carnival. It's been labeled, we did it a few years back, the industries of Carnival. So we're going to invite the Dantes and the Africas and the YBs and the sound engineers and overdoses and all of those to attend, and so we can actually take this product to another level.
I mean, sorry, Torelli, I just don't trust y'all. I don't trust y'all. You know why I don't trust y'all? Because for the last 10 years, we've been having the same problem. Every year, it's, okay, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. One time I heard, we can't promote Carnival before we promote Junkanoo. And so you wanted to have the launch after Junkanoo. And then, again, even after Junkanoo is too late. You know what I mean? Like, we don't take advantage of all of the carnivals that are happening throughout the summer, all of these other places that we can go and make partnerships and wave our flag and say, come to the Bahamas in whatever time. We don't even need a date. We just need a time of year so people could start planning money. I mean,
no, understand, and like I said, I shared the same sentiments. We were doing it excellent until COVID came. We had launched dates before November in the past, and for some reason the Junkanoo element got heavy in the mix. And we had promised each other from last year that we were to do it, and we keep planning and keep having missed meetings and not organized structure within the meetings, and so our key word now is reset, and so we will reset. And like I said, like I spoke to you in the last 2 or 3 weeks after and today, you will definitely see it, because it's going to be a totally different element towards how we're going to present Carnival to the Bahamas, and then how we're going to present it to the world. Tourism is on board. They give their commitment. So they give the commitment, and I spoke to the Prime Minister a few weeks back, and he also expressed commitment, but of course we have to fix it first, and so we got to fix it internally, because like I said, it starts and ends with the Carnival Parade, and so with us not having a fixed date, it kills us, because we can't get revelers pay ahead of time. You can't expect for someone to buy a $700 costume when you only giving them 3 months to, and so we have failed. And as a businessman, this is a product, of course, for the love of soccer. I might get bankrupt because of love of soccer, but it's a business, and we did it well. Up until COVID, we were progressing, and every year we got a percentage of increase. And then we had more foreign elements, so we lacked that this year, and you could see it. Everybody was on the parade, saw the absolute failure. And I'll take some of the blame because I'm part of the Band Association, but we also will invite, I think we need to also bring opportunities for other persons to get involved in Carnival. Of course, we have a policy that you have to be a section for 3 years before you get a band, and so we have 2 new bands, 2 prominent names too. I also have a band, that's Trevor Davis and Big Boys Cafe, and so we will discuss that also in this meeting on Thursday. How soon do we open it up to other persons coming in who wants a band? And of course, we inviting anybody who wants to come and throw an event or concert or do Juve. I think Daddy Crew have one of the best names in Juve I've seen in a long time. They done well, because I literally dropped 4 people on 2 occasions. I met at my event on Thursday that came down for Juve, but they heard about us and they came down. So that was pretty good that they attracting some foreign persons, and we all support each other. Of course, everybody knows I have a history with the Daddy Crew and the Vie owners, and so I got to do my best to bend over backwards for persons that I know, and by extension also for the industry itself.
Africa,
Hello.
just in regards to the road and this kind of thing, my ongoing challenge is you have a lot of people out there because I was intimately involved early on with the licensing process and getting the licenses and operating a band and those things. The biggest challenge right now is baseline criteria for bands doesn't exist. We haven't traveled to places that have had smaller carnivals going on. I was at Bermuda from inception. When Bermuda would have first started, they had 4 bands. It was reduced last year where there was only 2 because the 2 bands couldn't meet minimum criteria of people on the road and involvement, and the government told them flat out, no, you're not going to go on the road and embarrass us. This year for Bermuda, there's only 1 band. So they went from having Code Red, Party People, Nova Mass, to only Party People and Nova Mass, and this year only Nova Mass. Because at the end of the day, what matters most to them is the presentation and being able to say why you should come to Bermuda for Carnival. Operation, execution, those things are very important.
Well, in saying that, Dante, we started off, as you know, in 2015, next year make 10 years. I think we all got a ride on that 10-year anniversary. We started off with 31 registered band, and then it dropped to 26, and then it dropped to 21, and it dropped to 16. Now it's 9 registered band this year, and only 6 participated on the road in some form, costume and t-shirt. And so we can't keep going down. And so I think after Thursday meet, we have elections on Tuesday, and then with the new management team, we will go back and look at the policies on, because it's best to invite those who are serious to come back if they want to, or give other persons opportunity. You guys can throw good events. You've been around with Carnival from the beginning, so I can't see why you can't have an opportunity. So we're going to have a dialogue on that. Like I said, we're going to throw an event where we all will come to the table as quick as we can, just have a discussion with everybody, and then we'll create an event called Industries of Carnival. But I prefer to see more persons who know Carnival, who have participated in Carnival for many years, and who have built other people Carnival with attendance. I think you and I have, and our team have spent thousands of dollars going to other people Carnival, and so we have built some bands in the region now, and so we would want the same participation with Bahamians who have built up a reputation, like Africa and Bahamas and all that, to come into the reveling side of making money, and the more persons spreading the message, the more people will know about the product, and that's just the law of average. And so we can't be myopic like how we normally are, and hold back this great industry, because as you remember too, Dante, Marshall said on stage, if we do it right, we could be the biggest carnival in the region because where we located.
Mr. Durrell,
Agreed, totally.
Yes.
Listen, another thing too, right? I know you try to be politically correct a little bit, right? But let's be honest. I know you said you want like people like myself, Dante, and other people who being around the carnival to come around the table. You know why we wasn't around the table the first time. Everything in this country is political. Let's just stick the fork straight to.
No, I remember now. You go totally correct, but when the government had changed and we literally left it with our hands, but from the beginning we decided that we pumped thousands and thousands of dollars to get registered, at the beginning. So it wasn't the government saying that bands couldn't register. It was at the beginning was money. Did you come up with your money? After that, it moved to us business owners. Just the guy that did the non-ministries give us an opportunity to build. I think we already had that opportunity. After 9 years, if you can't see a way clear the getting better as a band, then we can't stop the whole industry from moving forward, And like you said, stay tuned. It's called a reset. Oscar and I spoke about a couple of times in the last 2 weeks. And so sometimes you gotta get slapped in the face with reality, and failure failure was a slap in the face to me, because I think I got more call than everybody else. I'm more hug on the parade and don't let this happen again. I didn't know you was going to let this happen to you, and failure of management literally cost us to where we at. And I consider it a favor. And like everybody know me, I am not short of words. And if we don't do this collectively together, because there are thousands and thousands of people who come to the Bahamas Wellness Carnival or not. And so they're coming. 9.56 million people come last year. And so why can't we and between March and April, between February 15 and March 15, you normally get over 1 million people. And so that means Carnival was put in May so we could boost up hotel occupancy, which normally drop under 65% after spring break. And so our core role as business and national is to bring this product, to bring money, because plenty money circulates in Carnival. We all know this. We've been to the other Carnival destination. I did a presentation for government a couple of years ago for the new government. I did for our government. What it takes to bring 150 people to the parade. And then I also did a presentation, the Industries of Carnival, which were given to the Minister government. Now, whether he got it or not, I don't know. But I had discussion with them a few times, and Minister was correct. This is your product, you better try, do it right. But what we got also, and I said it on a talk show on Saturday morning. Every Saturday morning, Love 97 calls me to give an interview. We got to also put the feet to the fire to the sponsors, because you can't just expect for this product to survive if you lopsided in what you give it. And so like I said, this is a reset not only for us and you guys, it's also a reset for the sponsors.
Yeah. Mr. Relly, that's what I'm saying. I think when I said political, you thought I was just talking about ministers and governments. I'm not. I'm talking about on the whole of sponsorship. So you have certain,
I understand what you're saying.
You have certain people who, because of their political stance, they get all the sponsorship, and they have brands that don't want to sponsor nobody else. You just tapped on it, right? So,
yeah.
And what has happened over the years? You had bands. I could go back to Fusion time. You had good bands like Fusion, them who came with the first year who was really good before even Bahamas Masqueraders came around. But you know what happened? Sponsorship went with people who already established business owners and stuff like that. And then people like yourself. Did you get a sponsor this year?
No,
Okay,
not no big title sponsor for this, and you totally correct. Let me give you a reality check. Hey, I was the president for 4 years. I was the lead negotiator. I went to Patelco. In a meeting, I was told that the phone was on with the lady. It was at the Patelco. I wouldn't call her name, but everybody know who was there. And Rhythms, and you know, and Dante know, and Africa know, Rhythms were the first band they ever launched, first phone, fat face, everything. And because who we was, I don't know why, we were in the top 3 bands. We didn't get no sponsor, and you correct politics. But not only that, because the association wasn't working gelling in one unit, because I took a video of every flag was on the road, but I had a brand. So yeah, you could sponsor this band, but you're not going to get no presence on the road unless you put money towards the association. And see, we got to do it right. And so with that doing, that means seed money will be for the bands at the beginning, but the most important, we have marketing dollars so we could send people and send banners with Africa and have Africa presence selling the Bahamas Carnival. And that's where title sponsorship. I was lead negotiator for Hennessy, and didn't know Hennessy had sponsored someone who was in a band. They were shocked that there wasn't a band. And so, see, this is where we have to work together, but we have to stick together. So when we go to sponsors, there's no compromise. Either you put something in the hole, and of course that's your money, but you ain't getting maximum presence if you don't put something in the hole. Because you can't tell me as one of the business owner, the parade becomes one product, not no masqueraders, not no rhythms, not no enigma, not no junker base. It becomes one product. And I thought CBL lessons when I bought Presidente, because I literally overshadowed the road with that for out of a lesson of the product I love the most, which is correct. And so, like when I said the reset, like I say, stay tuned to the reset button, because you can start saying different dialogue. And like I said, you don't have a no flag on the parade unless every band gets something from that, and the association get maximum dollars to make sure that every time we finish, we have a professional group organization like Africa and the Fame taking our videos and photos to the world. Because why? We push to get Mass in Paradise on the beachfront. Go Slow Bend is the best view ever in the history of any destination that does carnival.
I have a question for you. I think it's great. I think that's an excellent kind of route to go down, but your focus seems to be very much on the carnival bands, which, I mean, understandably so in your position. However, as we spoke earlier, and this is coming from somebody, again, a veteran, somebody who has traveled to different carnivals, who's been in the Bahamas since the inception of Bahamas Carnival in a variety of capacities, and I don't hear anything about the overall product. Like as a person who comes to visit the Bahamas, I actually don't play mass. So I come for Duddy Crew Juve. I come for La Vie All Inclusive and Hello Cooler and Just a Lime and Last Wine and all of those events around the road. And so what's the plan to also support the promoters who are doing the work to get, Duddy Crew had 260 people on the road.
Independently. Let Dahlia make sure that you state that they're doing this independently. The money is coming out of their pockets. They're not going for sponsors. These are people that are doing these things independently, and they're promoting as if they owned Bahamas Carnival.
Let me give you my opinion on that, and I think Duddy Crew did exactly what we told a lot of persons not to do. You got to have every band involved. The concert promoters, we keep telling them, if there's 4,000 revelers throughout the whole parade, every band, why not come to the band owners and say, listen guys, sell our package in your pockets. And that's why we're going to bring everybody together with the industry of carnival all-day event. And so you could bring your conversation, Duddy Crew could bring the conversation, all the DJs and sound engineer, everybody. And so think about it. So when I price my costume, I throw events also, so I have an idea what they put out for event. But imagine you trying to build this for a whole year with costumes and revelers and marketing PR. And so if my costume, my backline costume is $300, why can't I add another $100 onto that for Duddy Crew? If Duddy Crew said Neutrality, we give you $25 back. Like I said, I took 4 people to Duddy Crew that I met at my first stage line down event. And so the promoters to the concert failed to do that. And so
we've never had the opportunity to do that because we couldn't sit around the table. The table was just for the owners association. That's what it was. And I'm talking just specifically you, because me and you had plenty of conversations. You know how it's supposed to run. Now that you there now, y'all seen what been happening for years. Duddy Crew, myself, been doing this, and then La Vie come for this La Vie second year. We actually came together and say, boy, let's package our stuff together because we couldn't get in with y'all. That's why we got to say, let's package our stuff together and do what we do and sell it.
No, I wouldn't say Duddy Crew, I have a relationship with them. La Vie, every time they post something, I start posting.
We talking about sitting to the table.
Well, you will sit to the table. Like I said, when COVID came, everything went into a doldrum, and so when we came out of it, like I said, I was honest from the beginning. Management killed us. Management stopped everything. and I talk about management association, and so there's a reset. I keep saying the word reset. It has to be reset. It has to be everybody. Because
Really,
you guys,
if it don't reset, I'll be by your house. I know where you live.
No. You could, listen, I have hundreds and hundreds of hours of conversation from my event and launch the Hennessy partnership. I do have hundreds of
I'll be by your
conversation.
house. You just know that.
Oh, no problem, man.
Okay, so CEO is going to go to Torelli's house if it doesn't happen. Now, you're saying that. Hold on.
Okay.
I want to put dates to these things because I want to hold people accountable for what they're saying that's going to happen. So you're saying that on May 23rd, you're having a conversation with the entire association in regards to the post-production of Bahamas Carnival. As it's going to post an election the following week, which is the 28th, which is that Tuesday, for the association. When will we then be able to get a date for 2020?
We will come out of that. We will come out of that with a new leader on the 28th, and that president will make a public statement on the date. Hopefully, we can get tourism at the table, and then we will have a quick meeting, as quick as possible, with everybody. We're gonna put a public call out to everybody, and so we can plan forward. But also, we want to do an industry of carnival, but we want to give persons the plan a trip coming into Nassau because we need seamstress in Nassau. We can't find seamstress, so we need to maybe reach out to any region and bring a seamstress to have a table and a desk and show us how to sew costumes. That's our problem. We need persons who also could sell carnival tricks and all that. They can have more diversity of product in the market. We need more wire benders, real wire benders in the market, and then we need more promoters who could take the products, and hopefully with that.
Hold on. I don't even want to coincide with that because we have people that are capable within our region to do these things. The problem is that they're not being given the opportunity because they're not giving y'all any. There's nothing being put in your pocket. Let's not do that, okay?
No.
Because you done take over my show. I can talk to you now. I can talk to you.
All right,
So I'm saying the problem is because I heard you say that people didn't give you information. That's a lie. And I'm telling you that's a lie because I sent out information to every single band, giving them flyers and information about the events. It's on you guys to have conversations with the promoters and figure out if there's a way to make these things happen, because the reality is I'm hearing all about products. I'm hearing all about products and sales, but I'm not hearing about experiences. We sat at my event, I make sure that I have a small event because I want to be able to engage with everybody. I spoke to every single person that was in there, and every single person when they left, the rest of the weekend we were friends. And I mean friends, we were friends on the road, we were friends in the airport, we ran into each other at the Uber stop in Miami. So we have to make sure that people leave the Bahamas feeling like they were home. They need to feel like every single event was magical. You cannot achieve magic if you don't have the resources to make magic happen. I understand you say it ends and stop with the road, but it doesn't. The heartbeat of Carnival is the activities and the events. The heartbeat of Carnival is the vibes and the people that they meet on the way. It has not. Yes, the road is everything. The road is definitely everything. But Carnival weekend is the entire experience. And
I would like for it to be a whole week.
One fiasco can change the entire weekend.
And we're saying some
because herein lies the thing, and I have no issue addressing the elephant in the room. Africa opened the door, and I have no problem walking through the door. Our biggest issue right now is trust. We don't trust the Band Owners Association. So to go where, if this Band Owners Association, and the thing of it is, just about everybody on that association I know, and I know very well. The challenge for me is we wait until the 9th hour. There was no reason under the sun that we should not have been in Miami in October with things for Bahamas Carnival. The reason why
Yes.
St. Lucia
I
has
agree.
grown exponentially across the last 3 years, the St. Lucia Tourism Authority forces St. Lucia Carnival so far down your throat, you can't ever get it out. By the time you go to 5 or 6 events in Miami, you see every Uber have damn signs for St. Lucia Carnival, every billboard, every...
Yes, this year
and-
they was very aggressive with their
Yep.
marketing.
And for someone like
Yes.
Africa who travels as well, Africa does festival, Africa does these things. Africa only gives us the time and energy she gives us because she's a Bahamian first. Because she's doing it for free, and in instances spending her own money, where everywhere else she go, they pay her. And she don't have to tell me that, that's all uncommon sense. The challenge...
And Ashley and I have been discussing that for the last couple of 2 weeks
hold on.
ago.
And
Let's-
Torelli,
let's
I can say
continue
this. I don't think it's you. My challenge is going to always be this. When we did that first Vie, that first year, and we knew we were going to lose, regardless of what happened, we grabbed CEO, we grabbed Duddy Crew and say, listen, the only way this can work is if we sell somebody something across 3 days, which worked beautifully, and we've continued in that same vein since then. It's not an issue where, and to Kadera's point too, there was not an issue where we had a problem partnering with other bands. Duddy Crew did it. But the challenge was the only band they could partner with, and that was in their best interest, was using Bahamas Masqueraders because that was the only band with people and costumes. And I'm sad to say that this Bahamas Carnival was not a road march, it was a motorcade. There was one band. And at the end of the day, we have to do better than that. We produce a product where we're saying this. The Bahamas is a destination. The only place more expensive than the Bahamas through the Caribbean is Cayman and Bermuda. And the two of them have more people than us for Carnival now. So this is being executed.
Hold on a second. We got a question in the room. One more. Give me a second.
Let me ask this question right now. Where was Martin when you got off the plane? Because when I got off the plane, there was nothing showing about Bahamas Carnival. I had people from Toronto who came in asking what the hell is Bahamas Carnival? When is it? I don't see no flyers, nothing.
And the
When
thing
you
of
walked
it
to the airport, there wasn't any information.
There
There was not a flyer that said what was going on. There's disparities when you look online because they said that the official Bahamas Carnival website does not show all of the events. They were disappointed that they had to go to Playmass, Carnival Concierge, and Bahamas Carnival guys. And they still didn't believe it was true because they didn't think it was the official Bahamas Carnival Association doing it.
Thank you, Africa. Mr. Dorelli, let me ask you a question. I want you to answer this on this point.
Yes.
Who is in charge, or who is the owner of the official Carnival site, the Instagram, from we started in 2015? Who has the rights to that? Please give me. I don't want no dilly dally around in the bush. I want a straight answer. Who owns the pages?
The Bahamas Carnival, other than the web page, is owned by the Band Owners Association.
So why the information?
So why
wasn't
not on
known?
the page then? What?
I keep saying sailing management.
Okay.
Y'all saw my face come up as part of the head lead travel when you saw me launch Hennessy, right? The Hennessy partnership, right?
Okay. So the Bahamas Carnival, so the Instagram and everything is under the band owners still have the rights to that. That's the band owners. The band owners run that.
Yes.
But Kadera, the challenge with that is that in and of itself is a disaster because one is 242 Carnival and the next one say Bahamas Carnival, and that is what colossal mix up. Nobody does know who owns it.
That's where I'm getting at. You won't give me time, so I just call them so I see too.
It's a total reset. Like I said, we already start planning for 2025 with a total reset. Like I say, Tuesday will give us a new management team, and then you see a total reset of everything. Right? Pardon?
Tuesday the 20th, because you have to give dates, because remember, this is a recorded podcast, so people are hearing.
Yeah, Thursday coming is the band owners will meet to a postmortem and then plan and discuss the date again. We had an idea on a fixed date. Of course, I shared it with you, Africa, and you can actually, and I would love for you to dialogue. We had let me put it out there. We had collectively decided that collectively decided that the Saturday before with Monday would be the best date for us. And of course, you had a long conversation on that. I forgot. And I had many other persons who asked me that on the parade after last 5 weeks ago. Once we had agreed on that, up to on the parade, while I was trying to get drunk, people asked me on the date, and I said that it was a no to them. And so on Tuesday, we'll go into election and vote in a new management team to lead us moving forward. With a strong and aggressive mandate. I already met with Joseph 4 weeks ago. And so Joseph waiting for us now to restart. They're waiting for a presentation for their budget. I spent an hour and a half on that presentation, updating that yesterday, so I could give it to them by Friday so they could go to the budget debate. Hopefully with Mario Boleg and Minister of Finance, I will follow through, because like I said, I had a meeting with the Prime Minister. I went to the Prime Minister on something else, and he asked me what happened in the carnival. And so in a long conversation, he gave me some direction on how to send an email, and I did, and I had the first meeting with Joseph. And of course, the date, let me say it again, and we can have an open discussion since we call it open. We had said that the Saturday before with Monday is what we want to stick with, because it gives us a longer weekend. Now, you guys, your carnivalists, give me your opinion on that.
I mean, I have some thoughts on that. I think it's a terrible idea. Honestly, and I say that because Monday, I was here on Monday. I'm still here. Nothing happened. Most people, half of my party left on Sunday. And the extra day for anyone coming from outside of Bahamas Carnival is a non-issue. In fact, the third weekend of May is a holiday in Canada. If you're worried about people, the extra day, I don't think Bahamians are as concerned with that extra day as maybe international revelers would be. However,
and I totally agree with you.
At this point, we just need consistency in the dates.
Yes.
And so whatever y'all decide is fine. Just publish that ASAP.
My biggest concern with that is if it's going to end up more often than not directly competing with Ibiza, and we lost hundreds of people this year to Ibiza. I messaged more people than I could count, frustrated because they were in Malta where the parties were getting shut down because they have never seen black people pelting each other with powder. They thought people were under attack. So they closed the parties down. And it was also cold. So that was the whole next story. But the challenge for me is we don't need to compete with anybody. Where we were the first weekend in May, we were very properly positioned. Because wherewith Monday can fall, we could end up competing directly with Bermuda. You end up sometimes with 2 holidays, and Dario, I know you're a labor man. Torelli is a labor man. I don't want to compete with Labor Day, because Labor Day and with Monday fall many weekends together. That's easily a recipe disaster.
Yeah. So we had thought about
to top it off. They have purposely, people that have participated in Bahamas Carnival have purposely established their date so that it wouldn't compete with our original date, and now we competing with them. Like, make it make sense. And then we talk about the artists and whomever you want to come out. They're gonna be conflicted, because for another reason, places like Ibiza and stuff, they're known for parties. That's a festival city.
Yes. Remember now, World Release. The World Release was the first week.
Earlier May is better for us. I think the May when we wasn't competing with nobody, I think that's what we need to go back to.
Well, I intend to go to the Ministry of Youth and Sports tomorrow. I intend to have a conversation with them before Thursday meeting, because the World Release will cost us to go where we at, because last year we went the third week. We class Relation Flag Day. I don't care what my...
Relation Flag Day is a great opportunity, because they're Caribbean. It makes sense. All you have to do is integrate that. I don't understand why y'all trying to separate Caribbean people from Caribbean
Yes,
people.
I don't think Haitian flag they should affect nothing. Have nothing to do with carnival. That more.
No, remember we said that. Remember I said I started to say that we tried the third week last year, and then we were coming back this year for the first weekend, but the world relays came, and so we decided to move.
Ask the question. What? Okay, let's ask the question. When this the thing. This for me. I don't know. You could tell me if I stupid or not. But if the world relays here, right? That means your other countries people travel to see their people. So if carnival the same time, you don't think it'll be a plus?
I said the same thing. Listen, I agree with you. I had literally launched my date for the weekend because we had agreed to that, and then the group came to me and said that the world really is in town. We can't do carnival. I like crowds, and I figured I would do the
I think it's a logistics problem on that end because we barely could handle carnival. After looking at carnival this weekend. After looking at carnival this weekend and seeing all the EMTs that were out and all of the other things, the resources, the Bahamas doesn't have the resources to handle that capacity. I'm 100% sure of that.
Yes. All right, well, like I said, Thursday we meet, and we'll come out and meet with a date.
All right. Okay. So before we get, because we're almost out of time, I want to address some other things that we need to be mindful of when dealing with international guests. Right. This past weekend, the weekend of June 15th through May 15th through the 20th. One of the things that I noticed is that the majority of people that attended these events were guests. There were a lot of flags out, a lot of people coming in from other places that participated in the events. The success of the events came from people that traveled, that were friends with people that are Bahamian or that have sent people there, right? It had nothing to do with the local market. I was disgusted at the fact that there weren't a lot of local people attending any of the activities, except for, of course, the people that are soca or carnival enthusiasts, right? But for the most part, it was international people participating. So, like, we focusing so heavy on circulating or recirculating money that's already in the city instead of trying to get people that's outside of the world, outside of the Bahamas coming in. Then when we do get people coming in and we get influencers to come in, we treat them like garbage.
You know, in Africa,
there's no way that I bring somebody to the Bahamas, even on a weekend when I come and bring people during carnival, during Junkanoo, or during different events and activities that we have in the Bahamas. There's no way that I don't feed them Bahamian food. I don't take them to do something culturally, something Bahamian, something authentically Bahamian. Like, how do you have people and not let them experience the experience of carnival? You can't have egos that big. You cannot have egos that big. It can't be only about your band. It has to be about the overall product.
And Dahlia inside this conversation, it takes concierge companies to be aggressive with the band, make contact with the band. Because I tell the band, don't try to do concierge. Your job is costume and put people in costume. Don't try to do the whole hotel accommodation, transportation. Let persons who have made that a business, that's all they will do. They'll do better than you. And that's what caused the failure when we're not making enough money from costume sales. We can't get enough because we're not doing it right. Sponsorship money, and so we get like desperate. So all of that desperate, we try to create concierge companies. And all of that, then we get these people buy a costume and then they go back with a bad taste in the mouth. Not with your band. They eat the Bahamas Carnival. We had vast experience with other products. Especially when COVID came. And then the Stunning Carnival. And so some more countries, and we hope that when we do the industries, companies that want to do more deeper and more revenue driven concierge business, go and do it. Reach out to the hotels and start now. And soon as the date announced, then you go and book your room and then reach out to the barn aggressively and say, listen, guys, give me a customer. I remember the cruise. We used to give people to the cruise. Part of the carnival business, and so it takes all of us. And listen, every conversation today was true and real, and like I say, I feel I'm very apologetic on how lousy the product is because I'm part of the product, and it's a lie on me because people know me, and I don't get blamed for something that I did not full control over.
So, in terms of international, just going back to the international visitors, I also am a part of Buddy Crew, and I ran all of the registration. I met every single person who came in to pick up a package, and I was just looking at my numbers, and just a small sampling, we had more than 50% of our participants who bought tickets online were from out of town. So they're coming in, but then they're not buying costumes. Like that's not translating to a sale for.
Maybe because it's not a joint effort, like you said at the beginning. No data set, and so if we set a date and we go into Bermuda and Toronto and St. Lucia Carnival and came in and sell it, Miami Carnival, of course people will say, let me put my $100 down in August and I get $50 to pay every month until we go from there. And so it is collective effort, and the reset will come from Tuesday night straight into and all you guys will sit to the table, and everybody has my number in this group. So I open the conversation all the time. I spend the last 5 days just hour here, hour there, while I trying to put people in costume and build trailers, just for people trying to find out what's going on. And so you're welcome to call me. I will have a more key management part of the new lineup to make sure this is right. If not, I can't be part of something that's failing. I can't fail 2 years back to back. The rule of thumb for any business after 3 years, if you can't get right, get out of the business.
The challenge with that too, to be very honest, Dahlia, to your point, it probably did translate to costume sales, but the real challenge is, as of right now, there was really only one band. And I'm not saying it should be that way, but the challenge ends up being that band has ended up being a well-oiled machine because they have gone and put in time after time after time after time. They've used the marketing dollar, they've done those things. And this year is the smallest they've ever been. Because I know, Dahlia, from your recordings and things that I would have seen from everybody, from the influencers that I met along the way, because I follow the pattern Africa follows. I am very big on, in the Bahamas, I am a hospitality professional, but our biggest seller has always been people to people. How you interact with somebody, you make them remember you, and you create lasting memories. And the whole thing is, you came here for mass in paradise, but I look forward to receiving you again in paradise. And that is the element to Africa's point that's 100% missing. Because I will say this, and in fairness, 100%, and I'm going to be fair and honest and walk the line completely. I did costume pickup at Bahamas Masqueraders. On Wednesday, on Thursday, it was perfect. You walked in, you collect your costumes, they were all male costumes, you got them. Within 45 minutes to 1 hour, you were out. On Friday, it was positively a disaster. A disaster. It took people 3 hours to get costume, and in many instances, they were wrong. So Follow Soca come in for them too. But at the end of the day, the whole purpose of this exercise now is, as we meet at the table, you have to be able to produce and do things properly if this is first time out the gate. So everyone said the same thing. Nobody ever makes mention of this particular band, this particular event, or this particular person. Everyone drag Bahamas Carnival. And that's where the problem happened.
Yes. Dante.
Yeah.
Let me get to it. What I've been thinking about, so I think what happened is everybody tried to get super greedy too. What we really need to focus on is, hey, anybody who's starting a business, you always know your limit to give a great experience and a great product. If you know you only get a company 150 people in costumes, just do 150 costumes. Because you can't have people come in, you try to push yourself to 275, 300, that cause a disaster. The reputation of the product goes right back down.
Right.
If you only can do 150, just do 150. Be comfortable so everybody can come in. Oh, I went to Bahamas Carnival and it was great. You say, you know what? Next thing, add another 20. And you have to know your limit. It's good to give a good product and try to be greedy. It causes a disaster. It's simple.
And one other things we must now push more Monday wear than t-shirt. Because it ended up now a t-shirt parade, just because bands trying to stay in the game. But then that's where we failed to get the foreigners in. Because the foreigners ain't coming to go no t-shirt. Because the local market, let me tell you what the local market will do. They'll pay $150 down, which they'll start paying from January, February. And if they ain't see no traction, they'll call you and say, Mr. Drelly, I want my $150 back, or give me a t-shirt package. Because they don't feel it and they don't spend no more money. Because we have failed to get the foreigners in. And Africa and I had debated this and talked about this for years. And that's where we had failed to get foreigners in, because they're the ones who will come for the whole experience. And you know what, I gotta give kudos to Masqueraders. They have done well with their product. And I always tell people, you follow the leader. You follow people who put the product right. I spend any time watching their sites and their videos and all that, and follow with some of their let's say, just to make sure that I tweak my product better and better and better.
I want to address a couple things, right? Well, this is the last thing that we can address before we close out, but I want to address the idea of the t-shirt mask. We really have to, if we want to grow, and this comes from a carnival band owner and an owner of a carnival product, right? If we want to grow, we definitely have to get rid of the t-shirts. 1, 2.
Yes.
People cannot. It's a mask. It's not a motorcade. It can't be on the trucks. You have to be on the road. It's called Road March for a reason. And it cannot be about ego. It has to be about the overall experience. It has to be about the overall experience. I understand that every band wants a certain amount of whatever, but it has to be about the overall experience. And until you make it about the overall experience, we will continue to fail. That's my 2 cents on that. I want to go out with closing remarks. We're going to start with CEO, Dante, Dahlia, and then we're going to end with Torelli.
All right, Africa, I just want to thank you for another opportunity to talk on a podcast. It was really good dialogue with Dante and Dahlia and Torelli and John Corporation. But like I said before, like Torelli said also, we have to do it together. And just one thing, what I've noticed being a business, we want to do business all around, especially in promotional businesses. Like Torelli say, the product needs to be right so we could get a lot of the foreigners in. Bohemians, I know it's sad to say this, but Bohemians are followers. So once they see a number of foreign people in and they buying costume, they're gonna buy it. But if they see no hype behind it, like Torelli said, they're going, oh, give me a t-shirt. So we don't need to just talk it. We need to get together. Whatever we need to do as promoters, as Bahamas Carnival guy people, we just need to get together and get the product right. So thank you all again for giving me the opportunity to dialogue.
Dante?
Once again, thanks for the invitation, Africa. I feel like we can get there. The challenges that have been addressed, once we get to the point where we've remedied that situation and we have a fixed date, we can move 100% in the right direction from that. And I'm waiting for Torelli to push the way he did that first year to have bands launching from October, November into December. And by that time, we have everybody outside. The whole purpose of this is we need to be, the only way we could get people outside is if we outside too. And that includes all of the events, all of the walk-ups, all of the launches, whatever it is that we do. Whatever we do, we need to do it properly. That's 100% the conversation. And whoever the stakeholders are, include everybody, whether it's a band, whether it's a promoter, whether it's an event. Even if it's a large or small one, give everybody the opportunity to have something. Thanks again.
Dahlia?
Thanks for having me, Africa. You know that you and I have been on the same page on a lot of these issues for a while now, and I look forward to continuing our conversations. From the Bahamas Carnival Guide perspective, this is a labor of love for me. Nobody's paying me to do any of this. And so I'll keep doing what I need to do. I'm always open to conversations. Dario, CEO, Dante. And then from the other perspective, from Duddy Crew, we're going to keep doing what we need to do because we've had 4 successful Juvées, and it is a draw. We've had really positive feedback, and we'll just continue in our lane and focus on what we need to focus on while supporting the collaborative movement to improving Bahamas Carnival that we all love.
I like that. Torelli, go ahead and give us your closing remarks. And if you are going to state dates, please state the dates so that we can hold you guys accountable to those dates.
Most definitely, and like I said, from Tuesday you'll see the new management team, and then from there, 28th, and from there will be an announcement on the date of Bahamas Carnival, and then we'll do a press conference, and then we'll get you guys together in one room, and so we plan forward. And my word for 2025 or 2024 is reset. We all have to reset, and you guys have done an excellent job putting in the labor of love. It's also a labor of love for us, the band owners, but of course it's a business for us all. And so one fail, all fail, and one succeed, all should exceed. And so I promise you, and I think everybody knows me personally in this conversation, who I am and what I've done for Bahamas Carnival for 4 years as the president. And so I'm going to put all of that effort back again, whatever role I will host. I would take after elections. That's moving forward.
All right. Trill, go ahead and give your last words.
Needs more effort. Big efforts for the carnival itself. I see potential in it, but it needs more effort.
All right. There we go. Once again, this is the one and only Africa Allah. You are tuned into Being Africa Allah right here on Discover Music Channel by Playmass.today. And today's conversation has been the post-production of Bahamas Carnival, the good, the bad, the ugly, and all of the challenges in between. We are going to see you next week with another episode of Being Africa Allah.